Nair, it loops. Let me tell you.
Nair, drag down, Nair, drag down. Love it.
Hey, look, Pikachu be building bridges with those up pairs, but you know who else be building? This villager. Oh, well, yeah, Jonesy. Look at that. We got Jonesy versus Pac-Man, baby.
What a universe that would be.
I honestly thought when we got Steve, I was like, imagine Jonesy, bro.
When we got Steve, I thought anything was possible at that point.
It would have been two building champions, just going back and forth. But instead, we have Villager, who was having a tough time constructing things at the moment. Really took 108% and counting, and almost losing the stock there, but wakes up with a forward tilt, and that manages to keep him alive just a little bit longer. So.
And now Tree up and ready against the Hydrant too. The key, good gracious. They were giving Stealth Burst an arsenal, but it didn't even matter. Middy still getting that first stock with a back air and Galaga. Just for a little bit of chip damage this time. We've seen Middy do a lot of good things with that Galaga to be able to rack up damage. And now Wood on deck. Look at that. Ready to start up, but that stick sending it right back.
Oh, you can't pocket Hydrant when it's planted, but you can pocket it while it's falling.
That makes sense because it's a projectile when it's falling or when it's hit, right? But then it's like basically a Steve block when it's on the ground.
Yeah, it's like a stage element, I guess. You know, exceptions, not rules.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Keep up.
You're rolling in right into that bowling ball there. That is closing out that stock 100%. And hey, Stealth Burst looking pretty all right here. 67% never really feels like you're out of it. Damage can rack up so quickly for every character, as long as you can make a couple right options, make a couple right guesses. But with Bell in hand, you're looking at a forward smash in your future. If you find you're in the wrong spot, that up smash barely whiffing, but the chase down continues.
Yeah, no, as you were saying, percentage deficits really don't matter in this game. Ultimately, every character feels like they could deal out 1,000,000% and live to 1,000,000%. So it's just getting the right situation and playing nice and evasive. Oh my gosh, that tree, though, almost dropping on Middy's head, followed up by the bowling ball right now. Stealth Burst fishing for a strong hit, but Middy got the key to success right there to get that stock.
Okay, and so far, looking like this might be exactly what we need. A nice string off to the side, gonna force a low recovery and some punishment. Almost gets both of the balloons, but not quite in time. That's gonna mean we're gonna have Villager back on stage, but Middy sitting comfortably with a pretty decent lead in percent and stock lead with that as well. So we'll see how this kind of pans out. But so far, Pac-Man looking like having the time of his life.
And we got double Galaga.
Yeah, it's looking all right. But man, like, I mean, you hit the nail on the head, Flambeau. It just seems like Stealth Burst is always on the back foot, always like trying to find a way out of a scramble, like doing some neat tricks on ledge, but you're in a position of power up against Pac-Man, and funny interactions galore ensue.
Yeah, that's kind of Pac-Man's thing, really. He loves making that kind of stuff happen.
Side note, gotta say shout out to Miko Casa in chat, having us redeem 500 for hydrating. So you know what? If you don't got your own drink at home, you better get that Juvie. And I wish that's what I had right here, but we keep it simple with some water while we commentating.
Yeah. Water or some tea. This is just some natural hydration.
Hey, it's the play, but the better play, hitting up Juvie and using the code. Let's see, where is it? Boat Bash. I mean, hey, you get 10% off on some great flavors. Blue raspberry, I mean, that's my go-to. The child inside just thrives with that fake raz.
Yeah. Some good flavors there as we get into, or as we set up for game number 2 here.
What a bar. The child inside. This comes alive.
Yeah, he's letting it rip.
It do. Hey, look, here's the thing. I don't got as much Riz as I want, so I get that Raz, you know?
The soundboard's really coming in clutch here today.
They gave me a tool. You know what? If there's one thing I've learned from Smash, hold up. Hey, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I swear. Hands were off.
I don't know. Smells kind of sus in here.
Oh no. They found it. Never give a commentator a soundboard. I'm just saying they go quackers.
Was that Scooby Doo?
Wait, you got Scoob? I need Scooby.
Somebody got
Scooby
Nitro
on my soundboard.
Yeah.
I might just have to cough up for some Nitro. That's my goat right there.
I'll admit it. I'm a filthy Nitro haver. I like having stickers. They're funny.
I didn't say nothing about filthy. You ain't gotta say all that. I just
still.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're setting up here.
Give them a minute to decide.
Yeah, really taking their time, figuring it out. All the ins and outs, whether or not they wanted to pivot to the Mii Gunner, stick with the Villager.
Oh, I know what happened. We went up by a couple of tens of dollars, so they were like, hey, we got to donate. Because if you guys forgot, it is a charity event, baby. So go ahead, hit us up for the Trevor Project supporting trans justice. You know, we got to support them, especially for the last day of Pride Month. Make it go big or go home. But all right, we got Middy lighting up with some fireworks, ready for that 4th of July coming up. And he heard go big or go home. That's the play. Hit them explosions, baby.
Up through into upper though, keeping things simple. How do you feel about going back to the same stage here, Flambeau? Because I'm a little bit curious that we, after all that time, after all that consideration, we are basically seeing no change to the environment that StealthBurst is trying to set up on, instead just purely rooted in his gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like, at least in some of the previous sets that we saw from StealthBurst earlier on, made a lot of usage of the side platforms and kind of just harass people horizontally, and I'm thinking maybe just like, I don't know, Ultimate players seem to treat PS2 as if it's neutral for every character. It's very much so not that, but that's how they treat it. And I think for the case of StealthBurst, it's just like my character does well enough here. I'm just gonna try again. I think I can just play better.
Ooh, and play better. They might be the shovel into the fireworks. Flambeau setting it off right there on that commentator's blessing this time around. But all right, getting the pocket right in time for the bell. Hold up, StealthBurst with the read right there. Nasty.
Yeah, pocket's an insane. Like, not only does it get you out of tumble pretty quickly, but also you gain a couple of intangibility frames on top of it. Not to mention just pure projectile invulnerability. Such a good way to get out of hit stun, especially against a character like Pac-Man, who will oftentimes use those items to extend his range indefinitely, like with that key. Unfortunately for StealthBurst, missing that tech and getting blown up for it, but the lead is absolutely on display here.
Oh, come on now. I actually like the way that I'm watching Middy get through the onslaught of projectiles and find an opening. Little run, stop, shield, jump, do a little hop over something, come down, you know. Looks very comfortable though, which I think is the most important part. Where's as I say that, it's God.
I do want to. I love the sad trumpet. The sad trumpet goes hard. I will say he did pocket fire hydrant off the ground.
I know. I was totally wrong about it. That's very funky.
It is very weird. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing, but here we are. Villager's broken. 2023, you learn new things. Oh my gosh.
I mean, shout out to Bobby Wasabi making, was he top 32 at a SmashCon last year?
I believe so.
Wasabi.
Hey, look, he got that spice to him. Just like Stealth Burst out here, he got a couple of tricks up those sleeves. I thought they were too short for it, but here we are. He's a magician making magic work, and now, oh my gosh. Middy, chill. There's a bowling ball there. It might hurt.
The run under, turn around, up tilt, like just skirting the line between losing immediately and giving yourself a chance in this game. The advantage stay extending and looking pretty all right here. You just need a going for Key instead of Galaga to try and bypass all of the projectile defenses that Stealth Burst may have available to them.
Coming through, catching with the Key, but beautiful tech right here. Stealth Burst trying not to let this go. Flambo, tell me, how does Stealth Burst clutch this up, or is Middy gonna run away with it?
I think this is actually kind of tough, because I think for Stealth Burst here, right, you just kind of keep playing solid, you chip away, and then eventually, ideally, you'll find your opening. But for, I don't know, I think my soul says Middy got this. I don't know why, but Stealth Burst should win, question mark, whatever should means, you know, but I think I think Middy got it.
It was
almost made me eat my words. Almost made me eat my words.
The Lloyd Rocket opponent is instantly there once you spawn it, and if you hit it, that's a pure hitbox. But the up tilt into up air, setting up just the ability to pressure that platform with an up tilt has been so good here for Middy throughout this game number 2. The Key crossing the stage and crossing it more. Middy taking advantage. Never doubt Flambo, ladies and gentlemen, because Middy came through with the comeback to take game number 2 and put themselves up 2-0 here in this loser's final set.
You know, the only reason I feel that way is because, like, there are certain moments where you're watching a bout between two characters, and one of the two characters just has a KO condition that doesn't put them at risk. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm throwing Key, it's like, all right, well, what is Villager gonna throw at me? There's nothing that Villager can throw at me from full screen that's gonna KO me. So that means he has to get close. Exactly. Man, Chowder was on to something, man.
Sorry, charge beam. Let me get it right.
Yes.
You better watch out.
Hey, let me just say, it's very easy to trust Flambeezy, all right?
Okay.
Just saying.
I think it's correct, right? The idea that Stealth Burst seemed to be falling under, like tunneling into, was like Lloyd Rocket constantly set up for bowling ball and platforms and spawn tree early and often. Like, these are very telegraphed type of tools, all of which can be whiff punished if spaced correctly. Oh, Middy going out there. The catch, though, from Stealth Burst, but the balloons got popped from the side B. Crazy offstage interaction, but it turned into Middy's favor thanks to his Middy's recoveries just having hitboxes attached to everything that Pac-Man does.
And hey, look at that recovery route. Bro hitting him with the jukes, all right? Look, he might look like the ball, but he is the one that's going to break your ankles up in this biz. All right, Fire Hydrant coming through the apple, too. This is a onslaught of projectiles. How do you get through? You know what? Stealth Burst barely finding his way. I love that Nair, by the way. That Nair so quick out of shield. Kind of like Pac-Man's, honestly. They just share that move.
He's just going high. Yeah, just went all the way up and came down, and then just started stepping on people's faces. That's the way to do it.
No bowling ball in the sky.
Hey, no techs either. Middy dropping the hydrant down in Stealth Burst. Now dropping 3 stocks to 1. Able to close out with the up air. Thankfully getting triple turnips. And, I mean, we've got still plenty of ways to go here. I'd like to see Stealth Burst just hold on to one of these bonus fruits. Like, play the game by just putting it in your pocket. Yeah, you lose access to pocket, but if you pocket something, Pac-Man doesn't have it either. Or you can just drop a bowling ball into the...
Oh my gosh, the pot. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but the pot sniping out the pellet of the side B. And you know what? If there ain't no food, Pac-Man can't munch down. And so, wow, beautiful little gimp right there. And now we are at an even game, Flambo.
Yeah, it's looking like this is kind of coming down to the final moments here. My heart still says Middy got this, though, but a little bit closer to call this time around. There's still a decent chunk more of kind of just neutral interactions to be played here, and we can see that StealthBurst has managed to bring us back to even. Trailing behind a little bit on that last exchange, which isn't really what you want kind of in relation to what we were talking about before, where Pac-Man has a lot more threatening things that he can throw at you that threatens your life. So yeah, I guess, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So
just down throw right at the ledge.